Welcome back, everyone. Today we dive in deep into one of the most fascinating and sometimes controversial topics in all of science. What is the real difference between a man's brain and a woman's brain? Is it all just stereotypes, or are there genuine, measurable distinctions? Are these differences significant, or are they blown way out of proportion? We're going to break it all down, based on real scientific studies, and separate the facts from the fiction. So, if you've ever wondered about this, stick around. The answers might surprise you. Let's start with what we can see and measure. The physical structure. The most commonly cited difference is size. On average, male brains are about 10% larger in physical volume than female brains. Now, before anyone jumps to conclusions, it's crucial to understand that bigger does not mean smarter. In fact, many scientists believe this size difference is largely proportional to the average difference in body size between men and women. What's more interesting is the concept of efficiency. Some studies suggest that female brains exhibit higher neural efficiency. This means they can often accomplish the same cognitive tasks using less energy and fewer neurons. Think of it like two computers running the same program, but one uses less processing power to get the job done. It's a fascinating trade-off between size and operational efficiency. Another structural point of interest is the corpus callosum. This is a thick bundle of nerve fibers that acts as a superhighway, connecting the left and right hemispheres of your brain. Some research has suggested that, on average, females have a slightly thicker and more robust corpus callosum. The theory behind this is that a thicker bridge could allow for faster and more seamless communication between the two brain hemispheres. This has often been linked to the popular idea that women are better multitaskers. The idea is that with more crosstalk between the logical left brain and the creative right brain, it might be easier to juggle multiple streams of information at once. However, it's really important to note that this is still a hotly debated topic in the scientific community. Not all studies have found this difference, and the link between the corpus callosum's size and multitasking ability is far from proven. It's a compelling idea, but the jury is still out. Now, let's move beyond structure and talk about function. How do these brains actually work differently on a day-to-day basis? One of the most well-documented areas of difference is in emotional processing. Brain imaging studies, like fMRIs, have shown that female brains often exhibit stronger and more widespread activity in the regions responsible for processing emotions. These areas include the amygdala, which is like the brain's alarm system for emotional stimuli, and the prefrontal cortex, which helps regulate and understand those emotions. This heightened neural activity might explain why, on average, women tend to score higher on tests of emotional intelligence and empathy. It could contribute to a greater awareness of one's own feelings and the feelings of others, fostering stronger social connection skills. Again, we're talking about general patterns here, not a rule that applies to every single person. Another classic area of functional difference is in spatial versus verbal skills. Decades of research have shown some consistent tendencies. Males, as a group, tend to perform better on tasks involving spatial reasoning. This includes things like reading maps, navigating a new city, visualizing objects in 3 dimensions, or understanding geometry. Think about rotating a complex shape in your mind. Studies suggest men, on average, find this slightly easier. On the other hand, females, as a group, tend to show an advantage in verbal abilities. This includes verbal fluency, like thinking of words that start with a certain letter, as well as reading comprehension and writing skills. Females also tend to be better at reading nonverbal cues, like interpreting facial expressions and body language, which is a critical part of social communication. But I cannot stress this enough. These are statistical averages. They are not absolutes. There are countless women who are brilliant navigators and engineers, and countless men who are eloquent writers and deeply empathetic. These are just slight tilts in the average, not defining characteristics. So, what drives these differences? A huge piece of the puzzle is hormones. Our brains are bathed in hormones throughout our entire lives, and these chemical messengers have a profound impact on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. 2 of the most influential players are testosterone and estrogen. Testosterone, which is present in higher levels in males, is known to influence traits like competitiveness, assertiveness, and risk-taking behavior. It plays a role in the drive for status and dominance that is observed in many species, including our own. Estrogen, more dominant in females, has a wide range of effects on the brain. It's involved in emotional regulation, memory formation, particularly verbal memory, and it plays a significant role in promoting social bonding and nurturing behaviors. The balance of these hormones fluctuates throughout our lives, especially during key periods like puberty, pregnancy, and menopause, constantly shaping our brain's function and our experience of the world. So, a lot of the behavioral tendencies we associate with gender are deeply rooted in our underlying biology and chemistry. After all that, what is the big takeaway? What's the single most important truth to understand from all of this research? It's this. Neuroscientists overwhelmingly agree that the differences between any two individuals are far greater than the average differences between men and women as a whole. Let me say that again, because it's the core message. The variations within the male population and within the female population are massive. Think about it. Your unique personality, your education, your culture, your hobbies, the challenges you've faced, and the people you've loved, all of these life experiences physically shape your brain through a process called neuroplasticity. Your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on what you do and think. That personal journey has a much more powerful impact on who you are and how your brain works than your gender does. So, while the subtle biological differences are real and scientifically interesting, they don't define us. We are not just our biology. We are a beautiful and complex mix of nature and nurture. The idea of a male brain and a female brain as two distinct categories is largely a myth. Instead, we should think of it as a vast, overlapping spectrum of human brains, each one unique. Thanks so much for watching this deep dive into the science of our brains. It's a topic that really shows just how wonderfully complex we are. If you enjoyed this breakdown and learned something new, I'd really appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel out a ton. And if you love learning about science, psychology, and the human mind, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future explorations. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know. Do you think the differences we see in society are more a product of our biology, or are they shaped more by our culture and upbringing? It's a huge question, and I'm really curious to read your thoughts. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.